Today's class is a continuation of our previous classes for the JSS1. At the last class, I gave us the curriculum for the JSS1 students, and I did explain to you how the themes are broken down into sub-themes and then topics. And I did promise you that in our subsequent classes, we'll be taking each topic as it goes. So in today's class, we shall be taking the first theme and the first topic, which is whole number. So we shall be looking at whole numbers in JSS1. Although you must have had a pre-knowledge of whole numbers in your primary school. Whole numbers in JSS1 is a continuation from where you stopped in primary school. But before we go into the content for today's class, let's ask ourselves, what do you understand by whole number? Or what is even a number? I think when you understand the meaning of a number, then whole number, then you can go ahead with other aspects of numbers. So, what is a number? Let's start from there. According to the Advanced Oxford Learner's Dictionary, a number is defined as a word or symbol that represents an amount or a quantity. So when you hear of a number, what comes to your mind is a symbol or a word that represents an amount or a quantity. Having gotten the definition of a number, now what is a whole number? A whole number is said to be a number that consists of one or more units with no fraction. If you look at the theme under numbers and numeration, we say numbers and numeration can be broken down into whole numbers and fractions, meaning fractions and numbers, whole numbers and numbers. What differentiates both is that a whole number is one or more units without a fraction, while a fraction can be defined as a part of a whole. For example, this pen, if I should cut out this piece from this point to the end, it is said to be a fraction of the whole pen. If you should cut your cake for a friend, whatever you are giving to that friend is said to be a fraction of it, of that whole. So a whole is without a fraction, while a fraction is just a part of a whole. In today's class, under whole number, as a continuation from where we stopped in the primary, we shall be looking at counting in millions and billions, counting in trillions, and we shall take some quantitative reasonings. So in JSS1, all you're expected to do is to continue from where you stopped in your primary school. In your primary school, it is expected that you have learned how to count from 1 to hundreds of thousands, while in JSS1, you have to continue from millions to trillions. So that's why we are going to look at counting in millions, billions, and as well as counting in trillions. So let's look at the objective of today's class. The objective of today's class is that learners should be able to, 1, count and write in millions and billions. 2, learners should be able to count and write in trillions. Also, we are going to look at how to apply the counting, writing, and reading of large numbers in everyday life. What are the importance of we counting in millions, billions, and trillions? We shall look at how it is applied. We shall solve problems in quantitative aptitude reasoning using large numbers. So these are the 4 objectives of today's class. At the end of the class, you should be able to apply all of this. When we are done with the class, we shall come back to ask ourselves, have I been able to know how to count and read in millions, billions, and trillions? And also, have I been able to apply it perfectly? So we shall look at counting, reading, and writing in millions and billions. In primary school, you were taught how to count, read, and write in thousands. In essence, you are familiar with numbers from 1 to 999,999. You observe that when 1 is added to 999,999, we get 1 with 6 zeros, which we said it is a million. We can then count from 1 million to 999 999,999. Let's take some example. That we should read the following. Before that, let's take a revision of what you did in your primary. In your elementary school, you were taught how to count from 1 to 100. That this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're later introduced into two-digit numbers from 10 to 99. We have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, down to 99. Also, you later continued from 100 to 999, where you were later introduced into three-digit numbers, where we said the place value for the first digit is said to be the unit, the place value for the second digit is said to be the tens, and the place value for the third digit is said to be the hundreds. That is to say that a group of 10 single digits gives you a double digit. That is, it takes it to the 10th digit. Now, groups of tens, 10 group of tens gives you the 100 digit. So this is how it is being built. Now, 10 of hundreds gives you another digit which is called the thousand. So when you have a 4-digit number, we refer to it as a thousand because this is unit. The first one is unit, tens, hundred, thousands. Later on, you were introduced into 5 digits, and they are grouped in terms of threes. So if this is 100, tens, and units, this is said to be thousands. Then group of thousands gives you tens of thousands, and 10 group of tens of thousands gives you another unit, what we call the hundreds of thousands. So they are all said to be thousands because this is hundreds of thousands, this is tens of thousands, while this is thousands. Now, so if you have a 6-digit number, as you were taught in primary, these are said to be in thousands, which is the highest digit. So if you have 6 digits, it's said to be in hundreds of thousands. What happens if it goes into 7 digits? Now, if it crosses to the 7th digit, we refer to these as millions, which we are going to learn today. So you stopped at this point at the primary level, where you were taught up to hundreds of thousands. So a 7-digit number is said to be of the millions. So when you have another digit making it 8, it is said to be tens of millions. And when it goes into 9, it is said to be what? Hundreds of millions. These are the ways numbers are being built. One more number being added to 999,999,999 gives you a billion. This is what we shall be learning today. Read out the following numbers aloud. We have to read out these numbers aloud. Now, how do we read out these numbers? Example 1. I'm going to do example 1 for you, and together we shall do other examples. If I'm asked to read out the following numbers, I know that the first 3 digits is said to be 100, tens, and units. So this is of the hundreds. The next 3 is said to be of the thousands, while the next is said to be of the family of millions. So this can be read as 3 million because it's of the unit of million. 452,759. I hope you got that. Also, take them in threes. This is of the hundreds. this is of the thousands, and this is of the million. So this is 8-digit number. So this will read as 69,253,456. Now, I'm not going to be grouping them. You can use your imagination to group them and then read it out. Number 3, this is of hundred, tens, and units. This is hundreds. This is thousands. This is what? Millions. And after millions is what? Billions. So this is said to be 100 billion, 1 million, 1,001. Reason being that there is no tens units, there is no hundred units, there is 1,000 units, there is no tens of thousands, likewise there is no hundreds of thousands. Same thing with million, there's unit of million, there's no tens of million, there's no hundreds of million. Billion, there's no unit of billion, there's no tens of billion, but there is hundreds of billion. That is why we refer to this as 100 billion, 1 million, 1,001. So this is how it is read. Can we do justice to number 4? Number 4, also group them. This is hundreds, this is thousands, this is million, this is billion. So reading this gives you an idea. So this can be read as 111 billion, 111 million, 111,111. So this is how you can read numbers in billions. With the idea of reading numbers in thousands as taught in your primary, you can also use that to read out numbers that are higher than thousands. So with this class, you are introduced into reading and writing numbers in millions and in billions. Also, this is said to be a 12-digit number. So we also group them in threes. This is said to be hundreds, tens, and units. This is said to be in thousands. This is said to be in millions. And this is said to be in billions. So this is read as 999 billion, 999 million, 999,999. So these are ways you can read numbers up to millions and billions. If you observe, you will discover that hundreds are said to be a group of 3 digits. The number of digits you have in hundreds are said to be 3. Then when you get to thousands have digits 4 to 6. So if you look at it, these are of thousands. The highest is said to be 6. So when you have a 6-digit numbers, they are said to be in hundreds of thousands. When there are 5, they are said to be what? In tens of thousands. When there are 4, they will say it's said to be in units of thousands. 7-digit numbers are said to be in millions. 8-digit numbers are said to be in tens of millions, and 9-digit numbers are said to be in hundreds of millions. Then when you get to 10 digits are said to be in billions, 11 digits are said to be in tens of billions, and 12 digits are said to be in hundreds of billions. So let's take example 2. Example 2 says we should write each of the following in words. Having known how to read them out, we should also learn how to write them in words. So what you need to do is to first of all read them, and once it is correct, you then put it down in writing. And I shall take this example for you. Remember, this is said to be in hundred, tens, and units. This is said to be in thousands, millions, and billions. So what we have here is said to be, this is equal to 3 billion, 400 421 million 374,120. So writing these numbers in words, this is what you will get. You observe that after every trace, I have to use a comma. So this is 3 billion, comma, 421 million, comma, 374,128. The way you read is the same way you are going to write it. So this is what you will get. Let's take another example. So also you group them in threes. This is hundred, tens, and units. This is said to be in thousands. This is said to be in millions. And this is said to be in billions. So read it out first. This is 111 billion, 111 million, 111,101. So let's write it in words. This is equal to 100, 111 billion, 100 and million, comma. Then we go to the next 100 and 11. After million is thousand, comma, 100 and 11. So this is 111 billion, 111 million, 111,111. So this is what you have in words. Example 3, we are also to write in words. Also group them in threes. This is hundred, tens, and units. This is in thousands. This is in millions. And this is in billions. So we shall have 989 billion, 989 million, 989,989. So writing it in words, you have 900 and 89 billion, 900 and 89 million, 900 and 89,989 and 89. So this is how this is also written. Now, we have learned how to write numbers in millions and billions, as well as how to write numbers in millions and billions. That brings us to the end of today's class. In today's class, we have been able to count and write numbers in millions and billions. So we have met the first objective of today's class. In our next class, we shall learn how to count and write in trillions. But before we go, I will leave you with an assignment. The assignment says, assignment 1.1, you are to write each of the following in words. Read them and then write it. I'm not going to read it for you. Okay, so look at them. How many digits are there? Remember what I said concerning the number of digits if there are millions, billions, or thousands. So look at them, read them out, group them in trees the way I did in the examples, and then write them out in words. You have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to do in assignment 1.1. Also, to meet the second objective, which is to read, assignment 1.2, you have to write each of the following in figures. 1 is 5,600,780. Write it in figures. Same with number 2. This is 45,532,302. Question 3, we have 352,700,524. Question 4 is 15,400,060,029. Write them in figures. Number 5, we have 999,999,999,999. So this is assignment 1.2. On assignment 1.3, you have to compare which is larger. Also, look at the 2 digits I'm giving you in each of the options. In one, is it this one that is larger than this? Look at both of them, compare them, and let us know which is larger. Also do same to B. Is it this or this? Which is larger? 3, is this larger than this? Or in 4, is this larger than this? All you need to do is to tell me A, just pick out the one that is larger than the other. And in our next class, I shall give you the solution. Assignment 1.4, you have to fill in the gaps in each of the following. This is 5,803,709. The second digit is 5,804,709. What do you think will be the next digit? All you need to do is to observe what is happening, and that will give you an idea on which should be the third digit, and the fourth digit is 5,806,709. So it's either they are being increased with a particular step or being decreased with a particular step. So watch out and find out by how much are they increasing or decreasing, and that will give you an idea on what the third digit should be. Do same with number 2. I have number 2. We have as well number 3. Look at them. Number 2, we have 2 missing digits. Look at them and let us know by how much are they increasing or decreasing. Do same with number 3. That would inform you on what the two middle numbers should be, and as well as number 4 and number 5. So I'll be expecting you to do all of this. Now, when you are done doing this assignment, I would like you to use the comment section to give your answers. For the first 5 learners that will give the correct answers, there is going to be an award for them. You are going to have a 1,000 naira recharge card of any network that you choose to. Now, for you to qualify for this, you must like this post and share it to 10 of your friends, inviting them to follow this page. When that is done, send the evidence in the comment section. Kindly like our videos as you watch. While we recommend that you subscribe to our channel if you are yet to do so. Also turn on the notification bell so as to be notified whenever a new video is being uploaded. You can also use the comment section to interact with me on areas that are still difficult to you. We also recommend you to share the link with your friends and families so that they can also benefit from this project. You can also follow us on our Facebook page at My Lesson Teacher, as well as on TikTok at My Lesson Teacher. We shall be having weekly classes where I shall be interacting with you and answering questions on areas that are still difficult to you. For more content on mathematics, follow me for more. Thank you and do have a nice day.